So here we are once again at Pinder. You may recognise this place, as I did a pre-release video on this, showing off the beautiful elven architecture in all its glory. Still looking rather splendid. Someone actually pointed out in that video in a comment as well that this settlement is connected to the ocean, which it is in fact not on the campaign map. It's just in the middle of land, so shh, you're not supposed to notice things like that. Silly man. I'm going to pull the same thing that I actually pulled in that video as well, because it works so damn well. I do this in sieges all the time now. Is I'm going to hide some units off, because the AI then won't put any units on this side of the wall, and these units will be able to just roll up to the walls completely safe. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to put my clan rats on this side. I've got a whole ton of clan rats. My more expensive units, I'm going to try and run off to the side a bit and try and sneak them through the door. Maybe the rat ogres will open. Let's try and move these over a little bit more, just so the enemy don't put anything on those sides of the walls. I'm going to put the warp fire throws over with the rat ogres as well, because they can come in from the side, be protected by the rat ogres, and burn some people alive. Burn some elves alive, I should say. We are moving up. See, no one on this side of the wall, so easy run into that gate, no problem. So of course, sieges have been somewhat of a controversial topic in the Warhammer 2 world. I had a lot, well, most of the comments on that video that I put up were negative about the sieges, saying how people were disappointed with the sieges and they wish they went back to the old ones, which is of course something that I've been saying for a long time. And I think I do wish they were like the old ones. But some people made some good points about the new sieges and how they're not really that bad and some of the advantages they do have. Such as in the older Total Wars, in Attila and Rome 2, etc. There were many settlements that could be attacked from pretty much 360 degrees, all the different angles you could come from, and the arrow towers and defense towers of those settlements wouldn't be able to shoot like the infinite range of the map like they can in Warhammer, which is one thing I really do wish they'd change. Which was good because it meant you had time to plan out a siege. You didn't have to just rush in like you do on this. You could use your artillery to bash some holes in the wall to make it easier for yourself. But again on this, unless you've bought a few units of artillery, you really can't do that. One unit of artillery will get shot down by one of these defense towers before it gets anywhere near taking down a wall. Usually. But then the point gets made that you can never really defend a 360 degree siege. Units will find their way in, and then it kind of becomes like a minor settlement battle, and it was never really that much of a siege because, you know, half their army got in through the back where you weren't looking, because you can't defend all the areas of a 360 map. And with Warhammer and all its flying units and all its monsters, it may become quite tedious to be attacked from all angles, because, you know, how the hell are you going to stop 5 units of Vargheists flying over your walls, right? You're not. They're just going to fly in and start destroying all your skirmishers. So I can see some people's points defending the Warhammer 2 sieges and Warhammer sieges, and sometimes they can be cool on some of the bigger maps. The really small siege maps are just horrible and quite boring because they just end up as kind of clump fests and you just have to wait and watch. It's not that exciting. But some of these new maps are a bit more open in Warhammer 2, so they are a bit more fun. But maybe for Warhammer 3, maybe we'll get our full sieges back. We'll see. But I wouldn't hold your breath. Anyway, my rat hogers, yep, they're prostitute rats. Some people are just into muscly rats, man, don't judge. Just slap some lipstick and a miniskirt on one, and somebody will probably pay to do weird things to it. I guarantee it. Anyway, I need some clan rats. Speak of the devil, here's some now, to get into the backs of these skirmishers. The more of them we can pin down over here, the less of them will be able to shoot my good units. So I'm just trying to clog this area up, create a lot of traffic for the high elves, make it tough for them to move around their own settlements by just putting these random units in the way. You can see a lot of their army has moved over to this side now, but not soon enough as we're already in the door. So now we've just got to get in the door quickly before they start shooting us in the back. And try and surround these units, as we now got them kind of cornered if we can get on the other side of them. Or we could just make a play for the victory point, but I kind of want to crush them. Lots of missiles, the general units there. We'll get the rat ogres on them, even though they are going to be a spear unit. We won't hang them around for too long. Here we go. I love those diving attacks. They just belly flop into them. Fists forward, smash whatever you can. Don't want to leave them there too long, so we'll try and get them out of the way. Don't want them to get shot or stabbed. Get back, let the spears do them. Everything else has been tied up quite nicely up on the walls. A few units doing nothing. Let's get them on. That'll do. Cool. So all's going well so far. We're just absolutely disrupting and messing up these high elves and all their plans. Warp fire throwers. They should obliterate their general unit pretty quick. Still got plenty of fresh units to get into the fray. Lots of these units are obviously clan rats, which are not the best units in the world, but they're great for tying things up, and they will do a fair amount of damage, clan rats, actually. They're not as bad as you might think. And that's a big part of the Skaven game plan, is their ability to just harass and tie up and just ruin the plans of their enemy. Kind of like the vampires could do with zombies and spawning zombies around and stuff. The Skaven do that, but on a much worse level because they're so quick. Their clan rats are quick, unlike zombies, who are, of course, one of the slowest units in Warhammer. Let's go for the victory point, why not? Safe to say we've got it in the bag at this point. So we've just routed the general unit. Queek's still at the door. He's not even... Come on, Queek. Has he not bashed his way through the door yet? Queek's still just been waiting outside. I completely forgot about him. Come on, buddy. You're nearly there. Keep going. Don't know why we don't just open the door for him, but we'll get rid of these boys first. But yeah, that's the thing about the High Elves. They can hold for quite a long time. Their spearmen are pretty sturdy, even though they're not terribly expensive, but they've got high leadership and good melee defense, so they're not going anywhere in a hurry. They don't tend to get a great deal of kills, but they will hold your line fairly well. Now, I do apologise also if this campaign is a little bit slow to come out, if I'm not releasing the episodes very quickly. It's because I'm just finishing off all this work I've been doing for Creative Assembly, so once that's out of the way, I'll be back to my channel 100%, and I will be able to resume more scheduled programming. Not that I ever schedule my programming, but you get the idea. I'll be more frequent. Although I should mention that as this channel grows and becomes bigger and becomes a bigger part of my life, and I'm able to put more time into it, then I will begin to schedule my programming. So I'll start releasing episodes maybe weekly. So maybe like every Monday will be a new campaign episode. Every Tuesday could be a new tactic video. Every Friday could be a new online battle, whatever. Oh, Queek's in. Come on, mate. Get into the fight. So yeah, I would like to have a reliable schedule at some point. Just not really possible at the moment. So until that time, please bear with me if my video posting is a little bit sporadic and all over the place. What are these elves shooting at? Oh, there's some routing rats out there. They didn't have a flag. So we've defeated most of their army. We're quite bunched up in places. We really need to sort that out, but I don't think it really matters too much. We're taking a fair amount of losses, but we're getting the elves done, and we will take Pinder at the end of it. Queek's getting all up in it as well. Taking some elves downtown, and they are wavering, of course. They don't want to face the mighty Queek. No, no. What indeed. We've nearly got control of the victory point. That should ensure our victory. Not that we're going to need it, I don't think. We'll probably get rid of all the units before that happens. But you never know. There's some over here. Let's get some clan rats out on these boys. Whoop. Don't know where they went. There they are. They can get after those missiles. They're wavering. They're gone. There's victory. Oh yes. Pinder now belongs to Queek. So that's good. We're expanding our horizons. I want to try and take most of the south, like the south of the Southlands, fairly quickly. And then I'm not really sure if I want to take the rest of the Southlands, like the entire continent, or whether I just want to take the south of it and then go somewhere else. I could go to Lustria or Nagarond, wherever, and just, you know, have a bit of an adventure. See what's going around. Let me know what you lot think. I'm curious as to what you'd like to see. What you'd like to see in a campaign. I like to try and do things that people haven't done. So, I'll probably be looking for some kind of option in that. I'm going to upgrade this to level 2, I think. Yeah, don't want to use too much of my food. So level 2 is good. Level 3 is probably a bit too much food than I want to spend. But yeah, good. Pinder is ours. We just got to watch the public order. And then go and take Scraghole. And we'll have this kind of southern part of the island sorted. And then we can start to move on to these Skaven clans to the right. Build these warpstone producing buildings. And we should be well on our way to getting to that ritual. I think I'm going to go for a rubbish bit. I want the Untainted. Got to be careful of that Skaven corruption. Don't want to let it kind of overrun me. And to be honest, there's really no need for it in secure provinces. Places where you're not going to have any kind of war. You're not going to benefit from having more menace below. So you don't need Skaven corruption. So we can start to push around to these 2 warpstone buildings at least. If we can get those, that'll help us out a great deal. For now, I think we just got to watch the corruption and the public order. As it's not really great anywhere at the moment. So going to need to be careful of it. I personally like to keep nice, peaceful provinces. Some people like to let the rebellions happen and then farm the rebellion armies to get experience, which is, you know, a good way to do it. But personally, I'll just take my experience from battles. I don't need to farm no rebels. Oh, Vanya's on the move. Where's she off to? Dawn's Light, perhaps? We may have to move to intercept. Where's Zatlan off to? Back home, thank you. Go away. So I think it's best we try and intercept that High Elves army. I don't really know where they'd be going, other than to Dawn's Light. I doubt they'd be going to Uatek. That would be very foolish. So I'll need to try and get someone over there. Or try and get Queek to go and sort her down. Or I could just go and take Scraghole while she's not looking. Okay, let's move after her. She can't be far away. She's gone into ambush, I think. Oh no, she's just there. Just out of range. Can't quite attack her. We'll move near, though. Maybe she'll attack us. We do have... Do we have the superior force? I'm not sure. We have the numbers, but then we also have mostly clan rat numbers. So she may attack us, thinking she can take us down. But she underestimates clan rats. Let's get some public order on the go in this province. Going to need it, as it is pretty shocking back there. I need to get Scraghole so I can get the commandment, and that will help me take control of the province a little bit better. So I was actually debating whether or not to go for the Vortex victory for a while, because there's two ways to win the campaign. You either go after the Vortex or you maintain control of 50 provinces and just dominate everyone. Now I figure that most YouTubers are going to be going for the Vortex, right? That's the exciting thing to watch. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try and be different and I'll do the domination, yeah? And then it just becomes very traditional Total War. You're just taking as much land as you can. But then I kind of figured, oh, well, if I do that, I won't be able to get the story of the rituals, maybe, because I assume you get like a different ritual cutscene for all the rituals that happen. So then I thought it's probably a bad idea to go for domination, because then you're missing out on a lot of the story, which is kind of what I wanted to focus the campaign around, is, you know, making that story come to life a bit. So yeah, gonna go for the Vortex. Let me know what you think about it. Would you like a domination victory or a Vortex victory? Out of curiosity. Oh, Vanya is coming at us with a massive archers and a few spearmen. I think we can win this. It is heavily in their favour, but I think we'll be alright. I believe in my clan rat's ability to envelop everything in their sight. We have the numbers advantage. We've got warp fire throwers. We've got rat ogres. We just got to try to not let them get shot down. And this should be a breeze. Queek will probably take out half this army by himself anyway. And I don't think Vanya has a chance against good old Queek. This is... Oh, it's like a crossing battle. There's like a little crossing bit. A very good description there. A Chokepoint battle. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I think that's what the maps are called in this. Chokepoint battle. It's almost like a river battle. Basically the same. It's just it doesn't have a river. It just has holes or cliffs. We'll go over it anyway. It doesn't look like we're going to fight there. They've positioned way back. It would be cool to fight here though. It's good that we've got all these different map types back. River battles, chokepoint battles, minor settlement battles, sort of. They're still not quite as good as Attila and Rome 2 and stuff, the minor settlement ones, but it's nice to have some options once again. Not just pretty much land battles or siege battles as it was before. We're going to approach Vanya's army. Got a long back line of skirmishers. But I don't think they'll have enough time to shoot us down before we reach them, as my clan rats are pretty quick. We're going to charge them all in now. Going to try and flank round with some other stuff. And Queek, of course. Queek just charge in, get after something. Clan rats, get some clan rats behind them, just to mess up those skirmishers. We'll start to flank around with my warp fire and my ogres. And this should be all good. Queek's taking some fire there, but that's fine. He can draw the fire. He's pretty tough. Clan rat's going to disrupt 2 or 3 units here. That's what we need. Stop them firing on my infantry. Queek's going to charge up. Don't have to think about matchups too much in this one, as pretty much most of my army is just clan rats, which I kind of hate doing. I hate like spamming any kind of unit. I don't really like having, what have I got, 8 of the same unit. Not really my thing. I'd rather have like maybe 5 or 6 max, and then have to work a little bit with some different units. Clan rats over here struggling against archers. Come on, guys. Queek's getting stuck into some archers himself. Get my storm vermin in. We're just going to absolutely overrun these high elves. They shall have no chance. Rat ogres going to work. These archers are going to get absolutely throttled, shall we say. Oh, this one's been grabbed. Oh. That's my been smashed in the floor by a rat ogre noise. Oh. Feel free to use it. As expected, these high elves are getting destroyed. We're just all over them. This is the Skaven way, truly. We don't need no fancy tactics. Although, you know, I do enjoy a good fancy tactic. Although my favourite factions tend to be ones that don't really need fancy tactics. So, bit of an irony. But I do enjoy the Skaven, the Greenskins, Norska. Of course, they all really need tactics in some form, but not as fancy as some other factions may need to perform. Anyway, Queek is routing everything because he's an absolute monster and he wants some trophies for his rack. And if you don't know anything about Queek or any lore of Queek, which I don't really know too much, but what I do know is that that big rack on Queek's back is where he likes to keep the heads of his defeated foes. So yeah, all those lost to Queek. Good job he doesn't keep them all on there, because it'll probably be quite full by the end of every battle. But if we can get Vanya's head on there by the end of this one, that would be a good day. A good day for Queek's rack. I do like Queek. He is one of the better lords, I think. Okay, warp fire throws. Why are you doing nothing? Get in the fight. You should be burning the absolute backs of everyone. Well, pretty much everyone, because, you know, obviously you don't care about attacking Skaven, because that's just what we do. We'll burn our own kin, as long as we burn some elves with it. So we get a bit of an angle on this front liney bit. Vanya's over there. Let's get Queek after her. Oh, he's a bit trapped in the spearman at the moment. Right, never mind. Here we go. Here we go. This is going to get messy. Just chasing off archers all over the place. Oh, Vanya's routing some of my clan rats. They were, of course, never going to stand against the Lord, but they can hold her back and just keep her busy while we destroy the rest of her army, like these warp fire throwers are doing. They've absolutely scorched that back line. I do love a good warp fire thrower. Absolutely brutal. Just finish off these ones. Rat Ogre's going crazy. Lothran Seaguard, we'll get them done. We've scattered them all over the place. But that's the way we do it. Oh, burning them crispy. Let's try and get them around here. Try and get that other group in the back. And that should be their two little sort of front lines dealt with. And it's just mopping up the missiles. We're going to get Queek after Vanya. She's just standing around, blasting off some arrows. She does look pretty cool. We will give her that. And her bow's pretty swell as well. But Queeks are coming. Queeky be coming. Here he comes. He's looking for a skull. You've got a skull. Queeky wants it. This map's pretty awesome, actually. It reminds me of Lord of the Rings, when they get found and chased around by Caragors and stuff. I forget which film it is. Maybe the first one? Fellowship of the Ring? I can't remember. You know what I mean, though, probably. Here comes Queek. Gonna smash her in with his hammer pickaxe thing. He's giving it back as good as she gets it, though. Fair play. I don't think she's going to be able to stand up to Queek, though. He is the head taker. I wish there was some kind of animations between characters. Oh, she's had enough. And she's off skis. Oh, it's pretty cool. You can hear her panting as she runs away. But yeah, it would be nice to look at Queek's run. What are you doing? Do low dance, do low dance, do low dance on Vanya's butt. Okay, good. Now that she's out the way, she's off skis. Yeah, what I was going to say is it would be nice if there was animations, like there are between the monsters, where they have like actual animations where they interact with each other. It'd be nice if there was some of those between different lords. I can appreciate that's probably a hard thing to do because there's so many different lords, but it'd still be cool, even if it was only legendary lords that could interact with each other. Anyway, we've got a nice bit of food there. We shall enslave them. Get some high elf slaves. Why not? So that should have thwarted Vanya's plan to try and take Dawn's Light. Or maybe she's going for it anyway. She is ballsy. I don't think she died. She must have escaped because she was running away. Queek's tiny legs probably couldn't catch her. This should present us an opportunity to take Scragholt. We've completed a mission. Or we're getting issued a mission, rather. We've got another one as well. Complete the following ritual. Okay. That we shall do. But for now... Oh. With a bamf. In an effort to impress you with his talents, a rising warlock engineer skidder leaps from an adjoining chamber directly into your presence. Oh, sweet. We got a free warlock hero. Is he at the capital? Of course he is. Come on down, buddy. You can join Queek's army, I think. He could use a warlock. For now, though, he's going to take Scragholt. Oh, yes. Province shall be completed from this. Going to get a bit more food. And everything is coming up roses. I've got quite a lot of food, so maybe level 2 again. 64 food. I think that'll be okay. Save us having to wait around building up to level 2. Who wants growth, eh? Who wants to wait around for growth? Maintain control of one province. We have done that. Treasury and Warpstone. Very nice. Another mission. Issue a commandment. That will be easy enough to do. Queek has got Lord over a Sur trait. Gives them leadership against high elves. Very nice. Oh, and we've got some armor. Gives them a bit of ward save. Jolly good. Province secured. Okay. The south of the Southlands is probably halfway ours. Once we take out these Skaven factions to the right, that'll probably be the south of the Southlands taken. Let's try and build some more untainted, I think. Don't want to get that Skaven corruption too high. We're not going to need it. We're going to need public order We're definitely going to need it. Minus 74. It's not looking so good. Probably going to rebel next turn. But we'll deal with it post-haste. We'll upgrade that one. It's really cheap, I think. Gives us a bit more untainted. Okay, let's get you back to the capital, because we're going to have that rebellion in a minute. And I need someone there to take them down, even if you do only have Skaven slaves. So Vanya was seemingly replaced by Moulder, who has decided to attack Dawn's Light with his puny army. And even though my army technically was far better than his, he still had a chance of winning. So I had to fight it. So I just fought a little battle at Dawn's Light. It was really boring and pointless, so I'm not going to show it to you. But we've defended that anyway, so Moulder's pretty much got nothing left. The High Elves, or the Fortress of Dawn, I should say, not necessarily the High Elves. The Fortress of Dawn will no longer be around in my area. They will only have their Fortress of Dawn left on the island in the ocean. Got a quest issued for Queek. That should be one of his quest battles. We got a mission issue as well. Got Rebellion. Yeah, the Fortress of Dawn is over here. Looks like it's going to be pretty tough to take. I imagine it's got a good garrison, and it does have a full stack in there that is mustering at the moment. But for now, we'll leave them be. They're gone from our lands. That's all we need to worry about. We just need to keep an eye on that army. Make sure they don't come over to us. We've got a right here. Don't think we need to use that yet, though. I think I do want to take this, though. I do want it, because it's kind of a nice foothold to get over to Lustria, if that's where I decide to go. The garrison isn't too bad, actually. So if that main army leaves, it should be a pretty easy take. But whether we have the numbers and the time to go over there is another question. For now, I have Rebellion to deal with. Small army. Go and sort them out. Post-haste. Oh, what? My Skaven slaves can... Oh, they did it. I feared they might lose that then. A Pyrrhic victory. Good old Skaven slaves winning the day. He's going to run away. We'll go and finish him off before he gets any further and gets any bigger. Oh, you are joking me. He's just out of range somehow. I've literally walked about 2 feet out of the city. What? Oh, man. I'm going to have to recruit some units as well, because I have nothing left to actually defeat his army with. That's a pain in the ass. Oh well, we'll build some units and then we'll go and destroy him next turn. We don't want him to get too big too quick, or he may become a problem. But I guess we'll get some nice experience from it, right? Like I was saying earlier. Normally I don't do that, but hey, seems to be presenting itself to me. Right then, so far so good for Queek's campaign. We just need to get some of this warpstone. That is why we're down in the Southlands. Queek's been sent here to get the warpstone, so that is what we must do. Now that we've taken care of the High Elves, we can start to push down the right side towards those Skaven clans and take their precious buildings off them and get ourselves some warpstone. Yes, yes. So this frickin' Rebellion army has literally run all the way to the mountain over about 4 turns. I finally caught up with it, and I'm finally able to kill it because it's cornered itself. Jesus Christ. Massively annoying, but at the same time, I got the experience, so I can't be too annoyed. But still, somehow I was just not able to catch up with him every turn. If I attacked him, he'd run away and then he'd be out of range, like every time. Damn rebels. So I've renamed my first lord. Trab has now become Ruckus Razorclaw. That's a combination of 2 people's suggested names. So if you're one of those who suggested a name with Ruckus or Razorclaw in it, I'm using half of your name. I figured I'd mix them up because then I can use 2 people's names. And it kind of sounds like a Marvel name with a double initial like Peter Parker or Lex Luthor or something. So Ruckus Razorclaw is live. But for now, Queek is poised to attack Clan Moulder, who stand in the way of our precious warpstone desires.
I can smell the warpstone. Yes, yes! That weak Clan Moulder are hoarding Queek's warpstone. We must strike while they do not expect us. Perhaps, maybe I can even get a new trophy. Yes! Come, come!